Have you ever heard of a statue that weeps tears of blood? Deep in the ancient city of Patan, straddling the border between Nepal and India, there once stood a temple unlike any other. It wasn't dedicated to a well-known deity, but to a forgotten goddess named Devi Kalika, Sundari the beautiful destroyer. Her idol was a sight to behold, carved from a single piece of jet-black stone. Her eyes, inlaid with fiery rubies, seemed to hold a life of their own, glowing ominously in the temple's dim light. But this statue held a darker secret. Local legend whispered that the sculptor had mixed human ashes into the stone and that the goddess herself had demanded a drop of blood from her followers to complete the consecration ritual. For centuries, this ritual was honored, and the temple thrived, a beacon of faith for the surrounding villages. The goddess was said to protect her people, her ruby eyes watching over them. But times changed. A new government, seeing the old temple as a relic of the past, declared it abandoned. The priests were forced out, the rituals ceased, and the sacred statue of Devi Kalika Sundari was unceremoniously removed, destined for a sterile museum display case. The villagers pleaded, warning of a curse, but their cries fell on deaf ears. They knew what the officials didn't. You don't just move a goddess. You don't just stop honoring her. And that's when it began. The night the statue was taken, a terrible storm, the likes of which no one had ever seen, descended upon the region. The very ground trembled. The officials transporting the idol reported a strange, unsettling chill that filled their vehicle. When they stopped to check the crate, they were met with a horrifying sight. From the statue's ruby eyes, thick dark red teardrops were streaming down its stone cheeks. It looked exactly like blood. The officials, terrified, tried to wipe the tears away, but the viscous liquid kept flowing. Panic set in. As they rushed towards the city, a series of inexplicable disasters struck their path. A bridge, which had stood for 100 years, collapsed just moments after they crossed it. A landslide blocked the road behind them, cutting them off completely. It was as if the very land was trying to stop them, trying to keep the goddess in her rightful home. When the statue finally arrived at the museum, the strange occurrences only intensified. The curator who first touched the idol fell mysteriously ill with a fever that no doctor could explain. Museum guards patrolling at night would hear faint, sorrowful weeping coming from the locked gallery where the statue was kept. They'd report seeing a fleeting shadow, a woman in a dark sari, wandering the halls, only to vanish into thin air. Objects would fly off shelves, and lights would flicker and die whenever anyone got too close to the exhibit. The blood-like tears continued to flow, staining the pristine display platform. The museum, once a place of quiet history, became a hotspot for paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers. The story of the weeping goddess of Patan spread like wildfire. Was it a curse? Was it the goddess herself, mourning her displacement and abandonment? Or was there a scientific explanation for the strange liquid seeping from the stone? To this day, the statue remains a source of fear and fascination. Some say that on quiet nights, if you stand near the old temple grounds in Patan, you can still hear a woman as heartbroken sobs carried. On the wind, a sorrowful echo of a goddess who was taken from her home. The legend serves as a chilling reminder that some ancient powers are best left undisturbed. What do you think? Is it a geological anomaly or the wrath of a forgotten deity? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this dive into dark legends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Stay curious.